arguably the most significant wellness company in history. And I'm standing between two of my favorite people in the world. I don't know how I ended up here, but first I want to introduce you to the president of this company that I refer to, Mr. Abud Barakat. And Abud, I want to welcome you. We're sitting here next to the one and only Eric Worre, and I thought I'd give you the pleasure of introducing Eric formally and welcoming both of you to the team.
Well, first of all, what an honor. Thank you so much. I mean, having Eric on board is such a privilege. I'm honored just to be here with him, having such an amazing conversation, and welcome on board. This is the start of an amazing journey. Thank you all for putting all the effort. Thank you for welcoming us at your home, and let's go ahead.
And Eric, we know you're an ambassador worldwide for this
Yeah.
industry. You do such a great job, and we wanted the best training in the world, folks. We went out and found it. There's none better than Eric. He's proven himself everywhere. And Eric, this is your opportunity to kind of give some tips, some advice, and welcome our family to this One You company that we're establishing right now. We're sitting at Eric Worre's house, out on his balcony, overlooking the most beautiful scenery ever. And Eric, thank you for having us and making a little time for us.
My pleasure. And we just spent the last hour or so having a conversation, talking about all the plans, all the things that are happening for the company, and these two gentlemen coming together with the rest of the management team and the rest of the ownership to do something pretty special. And Euphoria approached me and said, would you provide great training? These guys together are doing something completely new and different.
Yeah.
And I think the future is going to be amazing. I don't think it is. I know it's going to be amazing. Based upon the people involved, based upon the idea, based upon the research, based upon the homework, investment, everything else. If I was going to give you any piece of advice, it would be this. First of all, I'm your friend in network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're involved in this profession, we're like family. Second thing I would tell you is, while this is being developed, anybody could come up with some simple thing, launch tomorrow, and the price of entry is very low. The price of exit is actually pretty fast for those types of things. What they're developing is something completely different. I mean, it's so sophisticated, and there's so much research, and there's so many moving parts that they're creating something that's going to be very difficult for somebody else to come in and try to replicate. So they're going to be a category creating organization. And in category creation, there's going to be a
Learning curve.
Right. There's a ramp up of figuring out all the moving pieces. Now, what I'm working with them on is to help them simplify as best as possible an incredibly complex and diverse and comprehensive offering. Yeah. So simplify that and assist in helping you become the network marketing professional that you'd like to become. Even if you're a professional, take it to the next level. Yeah. So the next 6 months, my advice to you is let go of expectation, let go of what happened before, embrace what's going to happen, and be the person who adopts it the fastest, is the most resourceful, is the most adaptive, is the person who can lead the charge into the next phase. I'll give you an example. In the 90s, I sold a company, and my organization went into another company. And there were some people, there was a merger, right?
I remember.
And there were some people that just some people were fighting about it. Some people were confused and sat back and said, wait and see. And then there was a small group of people who said, you know what? This is my moment. I'm going to capture this opportunity. And those people have gone on to make a fortune. Mm-hmm. I just had one of them in my house 2 days ago. Yep. The most he ever made with me was $4,000 a month. It's the most he ever made. Mm-hmm. Okay? In the last 20 years, he's earned $23 million. He's been really good with his investments. His net worth today is more than $25 million. growing on a very regular basis, right?
Right.
He's a young man. He's 50 years old, or relatively young. And he was the one that, in the face of all the other distractions, just said, you know what, get out of my way.
Just work through it.
I'm going to go. I'm locking in. I'm buying into the vision of
Yep.
what these guys are doing. I'm buying into that they're going to do what needs to be done, and I'm going to be resourceful while other people are confused.
Yep.
And that would be my advice for you: is buy in, shake off all the expectations, maybe any baggage you might have had coming in here, embrace what's going to happen in the future, and as this all gels, I'm going to come in and train your butts off.
Awesome.
It's gonna be
yeah,
fun.
we love that. We love hearing that, Eric. Thank you so much. And folks, look, there's a phrase in business about economics, and that is look to see where people are going and beat them there. And this move allows us to leapfrog an industry where we become truly the standard. So what we do with that standard from an economic standpoint is really up to all of us here and how we approach it the way you just mentioned it, Eric. This is a vision that's bigger than all of us. So none of us get in the way. There's no egos. There's no entitlement. There's no do me. But there's this feeling that service is greater than salesmanship, and my best work is mine next. It's not what we did that creates our relevance. It's what we're doing that creates our relevance. So folks, welcome to One You, where being you never felt better. And I want to tell you, Mr. President Aboud, welcome to the team. So glad to have you here. And Eric Worre, we are so blessed and so grateful to have you bless us and grace us with your knowledge and your training.
My pleasure.
Welcome home, folks.